Listen, man, I don't care how fucked up it was. I don't care how many people hurt you, betrayed you, abandoned you. I don't care if your dad wasn't there, if your mom emotionally manipulated you. Listen, if your childhood was this chaotic fucking mess of trauma, silence, and shame, yes, it mattered. Yes, I know it impacted you. Yes, I know you deserved better. But no, you don't get to keep using it as a permission slip to keep fucking up your life. Because at some point, that story you keep telling, it stops becoming your truth and it starts becoming your excuse. And you want to know why I know this? Because I used to do it too. I wore my pain like armor. I told myself that this is just how I am. I'm damaged. This is what happens when you grow up with fill in the blank. But the truth is, it wasn't my pain that was holding me back. It was the story around what I was telling myself about it and why I was clinging to it. See, I built an identity around it. And I was pointing to my past to justify my inability to grow. Now, look, I'm not saying your past doesn't matter. It shaped you. It programmed you. It built the emotional lens that you see the world through. But it doesn't get to own you. Not anymore. Because the longer you keep blaming the past, the longer you stay stuck in these same patterns that are slowly choking the life out of you. You keep saying, I can't trust people. I don't know how to love. I have anger issues. I sabotage everything. Yeah, we get it, man. But what the fuck are you doing about it? Because being aware of your trauma isn't enough. Reading books about it, listening to podcasts, talking about it, it's not enough. At some point, the story has to stop being a reason and start being a launch pad. It's got to become the origin of your strength, not the excuse for your stagnation. You don't get to keep bleeding on people who didn't cut you. You don't get to keep choosing isolation and calling it protection. You don't get to stay emotionally unavailable and call it independence. That's not healing. That's hiding. That's self-preservation disguised as self-righteousness. That's pain pretending to be power. But do you know what real power is? Doing the work to rise above all of that. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not saying it happens overnight. But what I am saying is it's your responsibility. Not because it's your fault, but because it's your fucking life. And no one's going to live it for you. No one is coming to rescue you from your story. No one is going to hold your hand forever and tell you it's okay to keep playing small because life was hard. Life is hard. That's the whole fucking point. But you were built to rise above all of this. You were built to overcome. Did you know the human spirit is strong? You were built to transform pain into power and then do something with it. And the truth is, there's a version of you that already exists. One who doesn't collapse every time he's triggered. One who doesn't self-sabotage the second things start going well. One who doesn't need to constantly prove he's strong because he actually is. One who can hold love, hold success, hold pressure, and still stay grounded. But you'll never become him if you keep defending the broken version. The broken version of you with stories about your past. That broken version, he served a purpose. He survived. He adapted. He did what he had to do, but he's not built for where you're going. He can't lead. He can't build. He can't hold the weight of the man that you're becoming. So it's time to let him go. You don't need to erase your past. You have to reclaim it. You need to say, yes, this shit happened and it hurt and I didn't deserve it. And you need to cry. You need to scream. You need to get angry. You need to let those emotions out. And then you need to tell yourself that I am not letting this define me anymore. I'm choosing who I become next. And that's the line in the sand. That's where the healing starts. Not in reliving the pain, but in refusing to stay enslaved by it. Because here's the brutal truth, guys. The longer you let the past run your life, the more damage you do to your future. Every time you avoid doing the work, every time you push people away, every time you sabotage something good because you're scared it won't last, you're not protecting yourself. You're prolonging the suffering. And deep down, you know it. You know you're tired of being stuck. You know you're tired of repeating the same cycles. You know you're tired of being a prisoner in your own fucking head. And you don't need more validation. You need a decision, a real one, the kind that says, no more, I'm done staying broken just because it's familiar. I'm done choosing pain because it's what I know. I'm done giving my power to the version of me that no longer exists. That's the moment everything shifts. When you fully commit, that's when you stop being a victim of your story and start being the author of your future. And yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable. Growth always is. You're going to have to face the shit you've been avoiding. You're going to have to face the feelings that you've buried. You're going to have to forgive yourself. You're going to have to let go of the identity you've been clinging to like a fucking life raft. But you know what's on the other side of that? What's on the other side of the work you're avoiding is magic, is peace, power, clarity, purpose, confidence, connection. A life that doesn't just look good on the outside, but feels fucking amazing on the inside. And if that sounds impossible right now, then good. That means it's exactly where you need to go. Because impossible is just the next version of you calling your name, daring you to rise, to stop arguing for your limitations, to stop collecting pity like it's a trophy. Stop retelling your wounds like they're your resume. You don't get to use your past as a permission slip to stay broken, man. That permission slip expired the day you realized you were ready for more. And if you're ready, if you have gotten this far, that means you're ready. Ready to rise, ready to rebuild, ready to reclaim your fucking life and stop playing small. So here's what you need to do next. Just take one step. Just one. There's a link in the description down below for you to book a free call with me. Get into this Zoom call with me. Raise your hand and say, I'm done surviving, man. I'm ready to lead. Show me what to do next. Because your past might explain you, but it doesn't define you. So take advantage of that link down below and schedule that free call. Because this is not about fixing what's broken. It's about awakening what's already inside of you. So let's go.